Hi, I'm Dr. Greg Emerson from Cedar Springs Farm. Hang on. No, this is not Cedar Spring Farm. As you can see, I'm here with the wonderful Doug Kaufmann at the Know the Cause studios in Rockwall, Texas, and we've come here after a wonderful trip through the Arizona desert, learning about traditional Native American foods and herbs and way of life. Kind of goes along with some of the things I'm doing in the South Island of New Zealand about teaching people traditional ways of health. And while we were here, we watched a fantastic movie that most people have now seen called The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio. And one of the Native American philosophies they introduced so magically in that movie was the idea that the best way to resist the strong winds of the storm for the tree is to grow very deep roots. So today I wanted to talk to Doug about some of the ways that he has found for himself and other people to increase the depth of their roots so they can resist the storms of life and the dietary insults that we're all, even if we don't want to, that we're constantly exposed to. So Doug, what have you found to help you make your roots deeper?
You know, those deep roots are resilience, aren't they? What he was talking about, Leonardo DiCaprio in that movie, you become resilient. I knew you and Emma were coming to town today, and a special day for me because I only get to see them once a year. I got up this morning. Now, I used to be a jogger. I used to jog 4 miles in the morning and so forth. Then I had a little hip problem, so I started doing other things. I get up and I have a stair climber, and I climb to the top of the building and so forth. For 30 minutes, I work out hard. I'm very careful. Most physicians, like yourself, you're a rare bird. Most physicians say food doesn't really play a role in our good health or in immunity, but studies are proving them wrong. It's the components of food that make up the whole food. It's not only the fiber, right? It's everything else in that orange, vitamin C, etc. I eat differently than most. This is the year I turned 67 years old. I eat differently than most guys my age. I exercise on a regular basis. Longevity isn't a word that's in my vocabulary unless a word quality comes before it. I don't want to get prostate disease at 65 years old and live to be 90, running from urologist to urologist, blood test. I want quality longevity. Exercise is very important. Stress reduction, prayer for me, that might be yoga for other people, meditation and so forth. Very, very important. Eating a good diet, and I define that as one that excludes feeding organisms inside our body. We know that certain bacteria and certain fungi need sugars and foods to thrive in our body and wreak havoc on our immune system. So I don't eat those foods.
I think too that probably the one that, because you're such a humble man, the one that you've probably forgotten to mention because you are so humble is the fact that every time we talk, you talk to me about the people that you're helping and your family and the people around you and how you've helped them. And again, you and I've talked about this, how important having a purpose is. And the thing that blows my mind with you is how many people that you have reached out to and actually helped. And I think probably, even though you might not know it, I think that probably one of your greatest strengths in keeping deep roots is your faith and how many people that you help without asking anything back for it. And even though you're never probably going to say that about yourself because you're so humble, to me it's one of the most inspiring things about you.
It's like Chris's book, right? It's the purpose. I didn't set out to do this. You know, I believe somebody put me in command of this area, and he's got my nose to the grindstone. And then I don't dig for those people. We have ways, as you know, with social media, with website, of those people finding us. And Ruth and I, my wife and I, it's very often a tearful situation when 8 or 12 or 15 or 35 emails will come in saying, I don't know you, you'll never know me, but my doctor said this hypertension couldn't be fixed, this high triglyceride couldn't be fixed, this arthritis couldn't be fixed. And I went on your program, an antifungal program, and got well. You're doing the same thing now, which is very humbling for me that so many physicians have taken charge of their lives and their spouses' lives and their patients' lives. Very, very humbling. I may never know the count, but I am really proud of it. You're right.
There you go, guys. One of the secrets to health, longevity, being a survivor, thriving, having resilience, is to grow very deep roots. And I'm very grateful to have had a chance to come on Know the Cause for the last 7 years, and hopefully we're doing it for a few years more. So thanks very much for watching. Make sure you like the video, share it with friends, and you can hit the subscribe button if you want to get more videos on a regular basis. So for now, it's goodbye from Doug and I from the Know the Cause studios in Rockwall, Texas. So, the number one most important psychological aspect for the recovery of chronic illness is to have a purpose in life greater than oneself.